Okay, so picture this. You're 8 years old. You get off the school bus. Your house is so close, you can basically see your front door from the bus stop. We're talking 50 feet, maybe 100 yards, depending which article you read. But either way, close enough that your mom can hear the bus brakes from inside the house. You wave bye to your friends, and you just don't make it home. Not ran away, not wandered off and got lost in the woods for 3 days before a hiker found her. I mean, she took maybe a dozen steps, and the universe just swallowed her whole. No scream anyone heard, no struggle that anyone saw. A woman was literally sitting in her car, 10 feet away, watching kids get off that exact bus, and she didn't see a single thing wrong. That's the case we're doing today, and I need you to buckle in because this one has a twist that happened, and I'm not kidding, last year. Not last year in the story. Last year, like, actually, recently. We'll get there. All right, so, crime. Cold cases, decades-old mysteries that make you want to lie on your bathroom floor and stare at the ceiling. That's the whole menu here, and if you're already subscribed, you know exactly what you signed up for. Okay, let's get into it. So her name was Cherrie Ann Mahan, born August 14th, 1976, in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania, which, shout out to whoever named that town, very cute, very small town America. She grew up in Winfield Township, which is rural Butler County, so we're talking hills, we're talking trailers and long driveways. We're talking the kind of place where everybody's kid walks home from the bus stop alone. Because what's going to happen, right? Nothing ever happens here. Except her mom was Janice. Her stepdad was Leroy McKinney. And by all accounts, it was just a normal little family in a normal little rural pocket of Pennsylvania. Cherrie was an only child. I don't know why, but that detail always gets me a little. No siblings means there was nobody else in that house who grew up with a cherry-shaped hole in their childhood the exact same way her parents did. It was just the three of them. And then, one Friday, it was just the two of them. So let's get into the actual day, because the details here are what make this so unbelievably eerie. February 22nd, 1985. A Friday. Totally normal school day. Third grade. Nothing special about it. Cherrie gets on the bus after school like always. Bus drops her and a few other kids off on Cornplanter Road around 4:10 in the afternoon. Here's the thing though. Her stepdad Leroy actually heard the bus pull up from inside the house and started to go meet her at the stop, which, good instinct, right? And her mom said, and I'm paraphrasing here because I don't have the exact quote in front of me, basically, no, it's a nice day, let her walk. Which, okay, I need you to not spiral on that detail the way I did, because hindsight is a demon. And there was genuinely zero reason for any parent in America in 1985 to think a 50-foot walk up a driveway needed an armed escort. I just think about that decision a lot. Not in a blaming way. In a the universe is randomly cruel sometimes way. So Cherrie gets off the bus with a few other kids. There's a neighbor, a mom named Debbie Burke, sitting in her own car at that same stop waiting for her kids. And she specifically remembers watching Cherrie walk past her window. Watched her walk past. That's the last confirmed human eyes on this child. 10 minutes go by. She's not home. 10 minutes in a 50-foot walk. Her parents start panicking, calling around, and within the hour they've called the police. And here's the detail that turned this from worrying into oh my God. The other kids on that bus, when police started asking questions, all independently said the same thing. There'd been a van following the bus, or parked near the stop, depending which kid you ask. 1976 Dodge, blue or green, depending who you ask. And painted on the side, I want you to actually picture this, a full mural, a snow-capped mountain, a skier in red and yellow clothing, coming down the slope. Like, of all the vans to be involved in the worst day of a family's life, it had to be the one with a novelty ski mural on the side. You'd think that thing would be the easiest vehicle in America to find. It was not. It has never been found. 40 years later, nobody has ever traced that van. Investigators also found tire marks near the Mahan family's own driveway during the search, which I don't know what to do with that detail, honestly. It could mean everything. It could mean nothing. It's just one of those facts that sits in the case file, being creepy and unhelpful at the same time. So the search happens. It's a huge deal. This was actually the first case ever to be featured on those "Have you seen me?" postcards, the ones that used to come in the mail wedged between coupons for pizza and a new roof. Cherrie's face was the literal first one. That's how big this case got. Nationally. Immediately. And then nothing. For years. For decades. In 1998, 13 years after she disappeared, Cherrie was legally declared dead, which sounds like closure, but is actually the opposite of closure. It's a legal formality that happens after enough time passes with zero evidence either way. It doesn't mean anyone found anything. It just means the government needed a box to check. Okay, here's the part I promised you. The recent part. In 2024, so basically 5 minutes ago in true crime cold case years, a woman came forward in a Facebook group literally called Memories of Cherrie Mahan. And she said she believed she was Cherrie, said she'd been having memories surface, said her life had never felt like it was actually hers. I don't know about you, but the second I read that, my stomach did a whole thing. Cherrie's mom, Janice, saw the claim and responded publicly, and let's just say it did not go smoothly. The woman was eventually removed from the group. Her posts got deleted. Moderators cited her, harassing and bullying other members. No DNA test has confirmed anything. As of the reporting I've got, police hadn't even been able to make contact with her, using the info she gave them. So was it real? Almost certainly not, statistically. These claims happen with basically every famous missing persons case. I'm sure you've seen it happen with other ones too. But here's the thing that gets me. It doesn't matter how many times it turns out to be nothing. Every single time, for one afternoon, an entire family has to feel that specific kind of hope again, and then lose it again. 40 years later. That's its own kind of horror story, honestly. One that has nothing to do with vans or mountains or skiers.